So evidently there's at least one of them in like every room of my house at the moment, and like even if the window shutters are like closed like that, um, they can still they just need like a tiny line of sight to see you. They string these augmentations in, and I can see them. Like it's kind of looks like what like psychic energy would be or whatever. It's just like a cloaking device, and they string these things in through, and they're jacking them into my back like right now. It's extremely unpleasant. It's very painful, and and when it happens, you can feel it. You can feel it in your very soul. You can feel like your soul, like screaming out, like no, 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 no. This is unnatural. This is unnatural. They're trying to take my free will. They're trying to take control over my body. It's just this completely unnatural, terrifying feeling. I've been trying to sleep all night in every single room. They virtually surrounded my house. Um, they've been making like noises on the ceiling, like pitter pattering of like footfalls. And I actually went outside earlier, and I spotted one in the bushes. And they just take these horrible forms, and then I can see like kind of like the corona. If you look closely at the video right now, you can see like light changes happening around me, and that's it's what they're doing is this attempted augmentation. You can see it on my back, kind of. Um, it's like a dark shadow. Um, anyways, you can and you can see these creatures. I just touched one's finger, and I'm just kind of using this as like a lifeline right now, just to try and get this video out there, these videos out there of these horrible creatures torturing me. Yeah, you can see if you look in the background, you can see the light changes and stuff. So I mean, they're not completely invisible, because they do. I mean, their cloaking device kind of bends light. Like it looks like there's like a strand kind of coming up that way. And yeah, yeah, for sure. And once I look, it kind of blinks out. And so I'm just terrified at this point, and I'm just trying to just reiterate how much of like a risk this is, how much of it, like how much fear that they're driving me to at this point. And just torture. It's just constant torture. Um, they've been poisoning all my food. All the food looks strange that I've been eating. Some of it makes me vomit. Some of it gives me diarrhea. They call it, exogeny. They call it like the furrows and things like that, and they put it in my food. They consecrate my food, which means it tastes like hot, like poison, in the water. And I mean, I've been feeling about this for months and months now, at so many locations. That video, the water has death in it. That's when they started altering my water, and that was out of a public drinking fountain at a library in Roseville I used to go to when I was a little kid. It was like my first library I ever went to, and that was like the first place I really noticed that these creatures are hitting me hard with some really hard poisons and toxins. And I can feel my body just starting to deteriorate. I can feel they're trying to augment me right now, and I can feel just the vibration. It's horrible on my actually on my crotch. So like I'm being like constantly molested by these aliens, and I just don't know what to do. I just see, you can see the light changing in the background. Um, they're trying to jack into me right now. They got these things. They're called agents, and they wear these cloaking suits. And you need like a different spectrum of light or something that when you're filming on, to catch them, on film. And so I just don't know. I'm just fearing the worst at this point. They're being literally and utterly just relentless. I haven't been able to go to a single room or have like a single food that tastes right. The coffee in the morning I drink tastes salty, and the water tastes like fire, and some things just change right before my eyes and deteriorate as I'm eating them. And they also put these things in the food called they call them wumpers, but they're parasites. And so I wrote about this, and I ingested one back in Placerville, California, before I started filming. But I wrote about it on my Facebook account, and I had to go to the hospital the next day because I was debilitated with pain, and it felt like just like my stomach was being split open. And ever since then, my stomach makes tiny, like, funny gurgling noises that they also use to send transmissions through. So like it'd be like a you call it your stomach talking or stomach growling, right? But now these things kind of actually like talk to you, and they also consume some of the food that you eat, like a tapeworm. So I'm like constantly hungry. I'm constantly thirsty from being dehydrated, and as I drink water and eat food, like there's like parasitic things that they fed to me, or that they put in my food that I've eaten, and they actually like suck the food out. And so this is just utterly horrible. I mean, these tortures I'm experiencing are just completely utterly alien, and just from beyond another dimension. So I mean, if you're listening, if you're watching this, these are my last days. I don't know how much longer I can survive in these conditions as a human. Much less, just um, they keep on threatening to kill me, and so it's utterly horrible. Nobody will recognize this. Everybody I've talked to is just really quick to, make excuses about it rather than listen to me. And I even went to a place, up the road, when this augmentation started, called Jewish Family Services, and I was gonna try and get a counselor to just witness my tale, even though I know everyone I've talked to since November 2017 has been an artificial construct. And when I go into the office, which I've been there, I used to go there a couple years ago, and I got job services, and they gave me a job counselor to help me find work and things like that, and everything was kosher, no pun intended. But anyways, I went there, a couple weeks ago, and I go into the office, and the people in the office are talking about augmenting me. They're like, "Oh, you got to put it in his tendon, da 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 da," and you got people making those tiny popping noises that release this exogeny gas, and it was just an absolutely horrible experience, and they never even called me back. Um, so everybody's just been quick to ignore me. It seems like I've just been utterly forgotten. They say they're gonna erase me from time, and just they're gonna erase all of my existence, is what they've been telling me, with this consecrate, and they're just gonna do a big, you know, I guess media dump or something on me. But I just don't know. These I just want these to be like my kind of like last will and testaments, from the last years of my life. I'm only 28 years old, and I just don't know what. I just so uncomfortable. I'm telling you, my soul is just screaming out, no, 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 as they're jacking these things into my back, like right now. Um, it's just absolutely terrifying. I was even just, I don't I can't really talk anymore. Um, I'm becoming so upset. It's just utterly just utter horrors. I don't know I don't know. I just don't know. I'm just so this is just so horrible. Just pray for me. At this point, just pray for me. Just I don't. I think it's like coming up through the bottom or something. I don't know. It's so that's me actually like pulling one out, and you can feel it. You can feel it like coming out, and you can feel like your body strains to, with like muscular strength, and strain to pull these things out. I've also been using like water and fire and smoke, to get them out and get rid of them. It kind of, but you can feel as you pull these things out, or if you use like smoke or water, like a burn, like an incense behind your back, or something like that. you can actually feel these beings, these parasitic beings, these entities leaving your body. And there's some very, very powerful ones out there who just want to take complete control, and they give you, emotions that are not yours, and try and control what you're saying. And it's just absolutely horrible. Now it feels like my arm is on fire at the moment. I guess they're just burning me from with outside. I think with they use like microwave type radiation, what they shoot out. I can't even go around the block, around the neighborhood, without all of the quote unquote neighbors, saying and doing these horrible things to me. They're laughing at me earlier, and just blasting me with just horrible pain. Almost every house I rode by, would feel like they had, someone inside, and just, shooting this stuff out. And so it's just as far as the eye can see. I mean, it's been in 7 cities across half the United States, so I found no end, and I found no safety. And I'm in terrible fear, for my life and for my free will, and for, just everything I've ever loved at the moment. It's absolutely horrible. I don't know. Until next time.